This is Dr. Charles from NexGenEsis Healthcare. This is phase 3 of shoulder stabilization. Now, by this point, when we have targeted the big muscle groups, we have targeted the smaller rotator cuffs and also the deltoids. Now, as these muscles get stronger, what the muscles will be able to do is handle the load that's being placed onto the shoulder. We mentioned in phase 1, you should avoid things like push-ups because it puts weight on your shoulders this way. But your muscles are now strong enough to stabilize it. This should not be a question in your mind. It's not, oh, I wonder if I can do this, or I wonder if it'll hurt when I do this. No, it's more, I know for a fact I can do this and gonna be all right. And as you get stronger, you will get to that point. Now, phase 3 requires loading of the shoulders, right? So now we are incorporating things like push-ups, even something like bench presses, right? Some of the overhead movements will become easier and easier. The one thing that I do want to go over with you is what are called military presses. And this is you pressing above your head with resistance, some type of weight. There's a machine that you can push up this way at the gym. But a few things with this exercise, some people look down upon it like a deadlift, which deadlifts are awesome. I'll get to that in another segment. But it is extremely important for you to start with lower weight. And not only that, the things that I've talked about many, many times in phase 2 and 1, set the shoulder blades. You never want to lift up this way. You always want to lift up 15 degrees in front of you. You never do any type of lifts behind you. Some people do lat pull downs behind the back like that. Some people even do military presses behind them like that. That is very dangerous. That is how you hurt your shoulders. That is not natural movement. Please stay away from that. The way we're gonna do presses is set the shoulder blades 15 degrees in front of you from horizontal, and this is where you push up. You want to keep the reps high, meaning if you can't do more than 20, then you need to lower the weight. And you also want to start at a lighter weight. This is not a competition, right? You always want to check how much you are able to handle before you really test the shoulder joint. The reason why I go over this one specifically is because this movement, the stronger you get with this and the more weight you can load on your shoulders with this movement, the easier it will become for you to do any type of overhead work or to reach up or, be able to push load bearing. This is an exercise that you cannot forget about this one. So phase 3, load the shoulders slowly, gradually, always watching out for pain. By this point, if you've made it to phase 3, you probably don't have trouble doing much, but couple things for you to still watch out for is anything behind you, either direction. And also, doing this for prolonged periods, what I often see is people won't feel the shoulder pain until they're done with the work and they come down and they say, oh, it's killing me. So it's always good to take breaks, make sure that the muscles are able to keep up with the demands of the work, and then continue the work thereafter. That's phase 3.